Hi, this tutorial is about Christmas decorations and making your own ornaments. I made these little 6 mushrooms out of scrap fabrics and stuffed them with soft filling. They are about 4 inch high and the cap is 2.5 inch wide. I made a downloadable pattern that you can find on our website. The link is in the description below. So you start by cutting the 3 pattern pieces and copying them onto your fabric. You need 4 pieces of pattern piece A, the cap, 1 piece of B, the lower part of the cap, and 3 pieces of C, the stem. The outer line of the pattern pieces is the cutting line. The inner line is where you sew. If you need that as a help line, print the PDF twice and cut the paper pieces on the inner line as well, and draw the help lines on each fabric piece with a temporary fabric marker. Clip one side of 2 cap pieces, so piece A, together, right sides facing, and sew the seam on the 2 pairs, and then cut the raw edges with your pinking shears. Now open the 2 halves of the cap and place them right sides together. Match the seams, pin or clip, and sew the top edge together. Cut the raw edges of the seam with your pinking shears. The top part of the cap is ready. Now place the cap and the circular lower part of the cap together, right sides facing, and pin together. Sew all around, but leave a hole for turning and stuffing, and trim the edges. Turn the cap right side out and add some filling. Pin or clip 2 C pieces together, right sides facing, along one long edge. Sew that seam, but stay a 1/4 inch away from both short edges. Add the remaining stem piece the same way. Clip it to both remaining edges on the piece you've just sewn in the previous step. Sew the 2 seams, leave the wider part open, and this is the top of the stem. Trim the edges with your pinking shears. Now turn the stem right sides out and add the soft stuffing. Grab a needle and matching thread and close the turning hole in the cap with a ladder stitch. If you don't know how to do this, I have another video tutorial that explains how to hand sew an invisible stitch. The link is in the description below. I'm using the same stitch to attach the stem to the cap, but I need some help lines to get this job done. Draw a circle with a temporary fabric marker on the lower part of the cap. The diameter should be about 5/8 of an inch. Draw another help line around the edge of the stem. Turn over the upper edge of the stem along the line and sew the stem to the lower part of the cap with a ladder stitch, using the circle marking as your guide. If you want a hanging loop, add a little thread with a needle on top of your mushroom. You can decorate your mushrooms with hand stitches if you want. Make them in different sizes and colors, or make a whole army of red capped mushrooms. I'm getting in the mood to decorate our house for the holidays. Are you?